Aloha, Professor. Hopefully I got the camera angle down a little bit better. I know I'm not as up and personal. I was trying to keep the refrigerator out of the back, but unfortunately the refrigerator is there. So today we're going to talk about the Unit 3 journal, and we're going to go into a little depth as to why I felt there's a lot of aspects of the Unit 2 discussions and the assignments that I was able to take. A lot of the things that I was able to take was essentially just kind of self-reflection as to what aspects of the actual public speaking that I currently had. A lot of that was using some filler words here and there, but also not taking the time to stop and kind of think about a lot of things. So I did a lot of self-reflection. We kind of went through a little bit of that, how my learning style was more impromptu just because that's what I have to do most of the time. Going through, there's a lot of things that I felt aesthetically that were in that unit that I liked. Some of that was going about using personal experiences. Some of that was about being impromptu, having pre-written manuscripts, etc., etc. Some of that I'm doing right now, you can't see it behind the scenes. It's almost like using the telecons or telescripts that they use for politicians. So some of what I'd like to talk about is a recent experience I had with the board just last year, actually. One of the questions that was posed to me is, why do you feel that you should win above anyone else? And my response to the board members caught them all off guard for the aesthetic of it. With the military, they don't feel that you're always going to have an answer. They want you to speak with confidence. The answer that I had given was, I don't feel that I deserve to win because regardless of what I do, I'm not always at my best every day because I'm going to be better every day that goes on. We're all still very young, we're all still very naive, and there's still many aesthetics of our life that we need to improve upon. The talker that I had submitted to you earlier, her name was Christine Coates, or Loth, I believe it was. But she had spoken on a topic about why we need to be respectful to our coworkers. And a lot of that topic that she had talked about was the reasonings why we needed to be respectful in the workplace, how it improves the morality, how it improves the overall functionality of a workplace. That aesthetic of itself was good, but looking into it deeper, you also have to look at the fact that if you're not able to communicate with that sense of respect in a speech at work, how are you going to be able to communicate with that same sense of respect outside of the work? And that's something that I noticed more and more inside my own workplace as to why I like to talk to people in a respectful manner, because being able to be open-minded, being able to physically listen to the issues of people allows you to improve not only the workplace, but also the culture of the workplace, the overall functionality of the workplace, but also the community. From the community, then it spreads outward. The more of a positive influence you spread, the better your overall tone, the better your overall image comes of the area that you came from. And that's what I feel a lot of what we're lacking in today's civilization is. We're not trying to put that better image out. We're trying to demote people. We're trying to just put everyone down. And that's the hardest part of the topic that I chose. I chose this topic for that reason because so many people focus on the negative but are not able to strongly encourage the positives of everything. And the tone and emphasis that's used on employees also determines the fact of everything, not just employees, your family, your friends, your coworkers. It has a strong influence on everything. Overall, that's the main reason why I chose this. I wanted to be able to pick something that I can strongly emphasize into, but also improve upon myself, because every day there's always an aesthetic of myself that I can change. There's always a different way that I can phrase something, and there's a different time that I can just take that step back, realize that there was something that I could have done better in any scenario or any situation that I've been in, And the self-reflection is always going to be the biggest key. That's why I feel that this topic was as strong as it could have been. And hopefully you got to enjoy this. I will see you here shortly, Professor. You take care and don't overwork yourself.